Every PLC programmer wishes to develop bug-free code, but in real life, it takes time and effort to get there. Depending on the complexity of the application, it may happen that part of the program won't work as expected. In cases like this, programmers must first diagnose the issue, determine the root cause, and then develop a fix or workaround. In this lesson, we will take a close look at some of the diagnostic tools that are very popular among programmers for debugging and correcting the code. By completing this lesson, you will be able to understand and describe how information is displayed on the hardware status screen, what is a memory dump and when it is used, how to do troubleshooting with looking at system log, and how trace is used to finding the source of a problem. The system status window is a very standard feature in every PLC software. The main goal of this tool is to check up the health of the system. In this screen, you can see the live status of all the PLC hardware modules like CPU and I/O cards. In addition, the CPU mode, network communication status, and memory utilization will be displayed as well. When there is an error in the program or PLC modules, the error LED on the CPU lights up. If the error or failure happens at the hardware level, you will be able to spot it using this tool. In most PLC packages, the system status screen gives you a graphical view of the whole system. For example, here you can see that there is a problem with the second channel of the analog input card. When the PLC system crashes for unknown reasons, it's better to get a copy of the memory dump right after the failure. That would be the copy of RAM, status bits, and registers prior to the crash. This information could be sent to PLC tech support team to investigate the root cause of the problem. Depends on the type of the PLC, technical experts can verify the information from the system dump and find out executing which code block caused the PLC to stop working, what were the values passed to the block, and even which line of the program triggered the crash. It may happen that the code is fine, but the passed value has not been validated. For example, a division by 0 or an out-of-the-range array index. The information recovered from the memory dump will assist the programmer in identification and isolating the part of the code that caused the PLC to fail, which is quite useful, especially in complex applications. Almost every PLC has a built-in mechanism to log all system-generated messages. For example, when the CPU switches from stop to run mode, it logs this event with a timestamp. This feature is very useful, especially when a failure happens. Looking at the system log will often assist the programmer in uncovering the root cause of an issue. This happens by going through the sequence of entries and identifying which portion of the system failed at what time. Because the system log has automatically recorded every action that occurred prior to that fault. When the PLC fails and enters into stop mode, system log is the primary tool for investigation and diagnostics. Most of the times, when you call technical support for assistance in cases like this, first thing that they may ask is for you to send them a copy of the system log. So you need to know where to find it and how to save it as a text file. Trace is a diagnostic tool that allows application programmers to record the status of one or multiple variables around a certain time or condition. For example, you can configure a trace that collects the information of multiple variables when motor start signal has been activated. That will reveal which actuator is working as expected and which one is not. Trace is also used to validate the conformity of the developed application with the specified requirement. Consider the following scenario. The machine has to stop within 50 milliseconds after the emergency stop push button has been pressed. By tracing the signals related to the speed of moving parts, a machine safety inspector can verify if the requirements are met or not, and if the sequence of activated or deactivated signals is correct. This makes Trace a necessary tool for motion control applications.